Okay, it is, what is it, May 16th? Yeah, May 16th, 2008 at 3:16 p.m. afternoon. And last night I read Chapter 8. Or is it Chapter 7? Chapter 7 in The Secret. I believe it's Chapter 7, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, Chapter 7. And Chapter 7 was entitled, bear with me here, The Secret to Health. And grabbing my trusty purple piece of paper, which is almost filled, looks like I wrote down 5 things. Number 1, the placebo effect. And this is a pretty good evidence, I guess you would say, of the secret actually working. Because of, you know, when people take pills or when they're testing new pills, they give the sample pill to a bunch of subjects, and then they give a placebo pill to others as well, and they tell them it's the real thing because they like to compare, because a lot of times when people believe that a certain pill is going to work, it actually does work. And that's basically what they're saying here. I mean, that's not a myth. That's a simple fact. So again, that's what they're preaching here. Believe, think positively about your health, and good things will happen. Your health will improve. The book talks about people who have magically gotten rid of their cancer and other health ailments. One woman talked about breast cancer that she got, and for the next 3 months, all she did after she was diagnosed was watch comedies, funny movies. So all she did was laugh all day long, watching movie after movie after movie, and kept thinking positively that her cancer was going to go away. 3 months after she was diagnosed, the cancer had vanished. Go figure. Number 2, stress is the result of negative thoughts. Think positive. Again, what it's saying is if you think negatively, you're going to have negative things happen to you, and negative things leads to stress. Obviously, whenever something negative happens, it's very stressful in your life. So, the book is saying, think positive, and positive things will happen. Therefore, there will be no stress. Simple as that. Pretty straightforward point there. Number 3, you can think diseases and aches and pains away. Again, going back to the first thing we talked about, kind of like the placebo effect. Just believe that your aches and pains or any diseases you may have are gone. Think that they are not going to be in you any longer, and eventually they will go away. That's what the book is telling us. Number 4, see yourself living in a perfect, healthy body. Again, visualize yourself being healthy and happy every day. Anything that ails you, think it away. Believe that it's not going to ail you anymore. You're going to recover from it, and whatever. Number 5, don't talk about your illnesses. Just say, quote, I feel wonderful. I feel good, end quote. That's, again, pretty straightforward. How many times have you been around somebody in your life? My soon-to-be ex-wife, her grandmother and her now late aunt were guilty of this. Whenever they had some sort of ailment, which was constantly, you had to hear about it. You were always hearing about whatever they had wrong with them. And it's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Eventually, those things are just going to weigh you down. So in other words, don't think that way. If you do have something wrong with you, think it away. Think positive. Don't talk about your illnesses or your aches and pains to anybody else. Just tell them you feel good, you feel wonderful. Just have that energy come out of you. So there you go. Those were my 5 bullet points. Now what did the author say? She's got 6. Number 1, the placebo effect is an example of the law of attraction in action. When a patient truly believes a tablet is a cure, he receives what he believes and is cured. Very straightforward. Again, I already talked about that, so there you go. Number 2, focusing on perfect health is something we can all do within ourselves despite what may be happening on the outside. Again, I spoke of that as well. Just basically picture yourself in a healthy, happy body, and things will look good. Number 3, laughter attracts joy, releases negativity, and leads to miraculous cures. Again, the example there was the woman who was diagnosed with breast cancer, and all she did was watch comedy films for the next 3 months. She laughed and laughed and laughed, and eventually, after 3 months, her cancer magically vanished. Number 4. Disease is held in the body by thought, by observation of the illness, and by the attraction given to the illness. If you are feeling a little unwell, don't talk about it unless you want more of it. If you listen to people talk about their illnesses, you add energy to their illness. Instead, change the conversation to good things and give powerful thoughts to seeing those people in health. Again, I spoke about this as well in one of my bullet points. It looks like the author and I are kind of in tune here with what we think are the high points of each chapter. Number 5. Beliefs about aging are all in our minds, so release those thoughts from your consciousness. Focus on health and eternal youth. I don't know if anybody's going to live forever. Obviously, that's not going to happen. But again, think positive, think healthy, be healthy, and it should last a long time. Number 6, the last bullet point. Do not listen to society's messages about diseases and aging. Negative messages do not serve you. Again, that's basically what we talked about in the 5th bullet point there. Think positive, and to hell with what society tells us about aging and how we need to slow down and whatever else there is. So there you go. The next chapter is called The Secret to the World, and I will be reading that most likely tonight. And that is also a shorter chapter. I think it's like 14 pages long, so it might be a shorter thing tomorrow too. So anyway, I only have a couple chapters left. I believe, what is it, 3 more? Yeah, The Secret to the World is next, and there's 2 more after that. So we're getting there. I guess Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night I will finish these up, and then maybe Monday morning I will watch the movie. There you go. So until tomorrow, most likely, peace.